They didn't believe in us, but we're here, and I'm glad to welcome you to the second season of Off the Record. I'll be your presenter, and to my left is... Oh, hang on, you're not Tom Turner.
Yeah, no, Tom hasn't gone on holiday. It's actually me taking over for now. And yeah, no, unfortunately Tom's not here. He has a severe case of legenditis, so I won't be able to make it today.
Okay, let's kick things off with this week's music news. I'm back, believe it or not. You can't keep this old dog down for long. In huge news for Michael Jackson fans, and I've heard there are a few apparently, he was a big deal back in the day. My mum claims she was the first fan. Not sure if I believe her. Lots of things I don't believe her about. Don't get me started about France 2014. Holiday of a lifetime, more like holiday of a lifetime. Am I right? Anyway, the first trailer of his biopic has been released and looks good. Motorhead's Lemmy Kilminster has surprisingly revealed that he once rammed a cheeseburger into a £2 million mixing desk because he lost an argument. Sounds to me like a royal waste of a cheeseburger. I'd be beyond mad, especially if I was a keen musician and into mixing. Christ, the palaver it was my... He'd never hear the end of it. Luckily, however, it's not so. I shall park that train of thought before it fully derails and I get too worked up. Now, apparently we've got a bit of celebrity gossip. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have confirmed their relationship. We're also confirming this is gossip, not gospel, and that's all the celebrity gossip we have today. Grapevines have been pretty quiet recently. Justin was kind of a big deal in Canada, and Katy is an astronaut. It could be a true power couple.
So Lewis, now we have the music news. What about the music past?
Great point, Bix. I went to a gig last week, and to reveal where I went, we have a huge off-the-record fan, Kristen Locke, to tell us all about it.
Hey guys, I'm here with my boy Losh. Where are we, Losh? Well, too bad. We're here to watch Men I Trust. And I've got a beer. Are you excited, Losh? Yeah. Out of 10, how excited are you? 10. Alright, I'm a 9. We're going to do a toilet review.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Alright.
Shall I go in and, give it a go?
Yeah, go on then.
And I'll let you know how it was.
Alright, yeah, go on. How was your toilet trip?
It was good, yeah. Classic old urinal, metal, continuous, few men around there, got a bit pee shy, but in the end it was good. Yeah.
I like to hear it.
One thing I've noticed from the Men I Trust gig is, ironically, there's more men than I was expecting.
I don't trust the men.
I don't trust.
I thought that was the whole point.
I trust us. Bit of a cock fest. I'll see you after the pint. No, even wrong way. I'm going to give it a taste test.
Okay.
Tastes like Guinness. Big time.
So Lewis, seems decent. Did you have a good time?
Bix, the music was excellent, but as you know, a little inside scoop for you off the record fans, me and Bix are housemates. I was super ill this week, and I'd taken a lot of ibuprofen. I'd paid £18 for this gig. I thought, I'm not missing it. I put on my best clothes, I went out there, and it was a Men I Trust gig. It was excellent. A lot of performative males there, so I loved it.
Were you dressed very performative for the event?
You know what? I've never felt kind of so outdone.
You got mogged.
I got so mogged. There was tote bags. You know, I'm sure there was guys sort of reading at the bar. There was matcha as well. You know, there was all sorts.
You don't have the moustache as well for being...
I don't have the moustache. I'm doing Movember this year though. It's going pretty well so far. But yeah, I loved the gig. It was excellent. They played all the best tunes. You know, had a little boogie to Uncle Jazz. But by the end of the gig, my back was hurting, man. My back was hurting. I thought having maybe a double pint of Guinness would sort of sort me out, but not really.
How much was a double pint of Guinness at a concert? That's surely like a mortgage.
Yeah. Too much, Bix. I think it was probably about 11 quid or something like that. I know. Nightmare.
Sarma's Britain.
Yeah, amen to that. It was better when I'd go to gigs and Charlie Sutton would be behind the bar and you get a cheeky little discount. But no, not this time. But it was excellent.
But no, fair enough. It's very nice. Anyways, yo, Lou Dog. I heard we've got a new segment.
Yes, that's right, everyone. Each week we will spin a virtual wheel to decide on a random country, and then we'll have to listen to an album of that country.
As it's our first week, we thought we'd start off with the classic US of A.
Yes, so we've got America this week, Bix. Do you want to tell me about the album that you listened to?
Well, yeah, so this is an album that has meant a lot to me through my entire life, and it's Neutral Milk Hotels In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, which released sometime in the 90s. That's
a great decision. I think, fact check me at home, I think 1996, Bix, but I could be wrong.
Yes, it's 96 or 97, I'm not too sure which it is.
Yeah, either one, it could be either. But yeah, that's a great album. Do you want to tell us a little bit about a fun fact that the viewers might know at home?
Yeah, well, the album actually, there's a rumour, it's not 100% confirmed, but I believe the lead singer of Neutral Milk Hotel, when composing the album, wrote the album for Anne Frank, which is really nice.
No, I actually think that's genuinely true.
Yeah,
I think the lead singer, I can't remember his name, but he had like a weird thing.
Yeah, it's like the problem is, I love the album, it's very good. That's always been a bit of a touchy subject of like, oh, why has that so interesting? Because it's a very it's showing affection a lot during the album.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
A bit of Christian rock in there as well, though.
Yeah, but there's some great songs on that album. I like the one about a carrot. What's that one?
King of Carrot Flowers. Well, there's actually
that's a good
two
one.
parts of that song which I really enjoy. Do you remember when you first listened to the album? Because I do.
Oh gosh. Way back when, I usually get my new music news from, hang on, I'll fix this bad boy. My new music news from my good friend Jacob, and I think he told me about them, so I was probably in sixth form or something. But actually, you know what, I've just remembered this now, I think it was one of the first things we talked about ever, Bix. Do you remember our interview for Salford Uni?
That was incredible, yeah, literally just outside the studio.
Just outside the studio, I think we talked about music we liked, and you mentioned that one.
Yeah, no, well, when I first started listening to the album, it was when I met the love of my life on Yubo, and it was going so well, and I was just getting so emotional, and I just heard the album and I was like, wow, this really encapsulates the love we both have at the ripe age of 17, and there's no way this goes wrong, and it's just going to be perfect forever.
Hopefully she wasn't Anne Frank, but moving swiftly on, my album is a bit of a newer one. Have you heard of the band Geese before, Bix?
I have heard of Geese.
Oh yeah. I flipping love Geese, and they've recently released a new album called Getting Killed. Now their lead singer, Cameron Winter, he's made solo projects, of which I love. And I didn't know, when I first started listening to Geese, I assumed they were English. But they're not. They're from Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, big week for New York.
Big week for New York. Big week for New York, and a big year for New York music. This album has been unreal. Opar de Cocaine is one of my favourite songs. It's about his mum, who got involved in a little bit of sketchy business, and he was saying, "Please come home." I listen to it while I study. I listen to it while I go to sleep, in the shower, in the morning. I think I'm over listening to that album, but it's so good.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And how did it come around you finding Geese and really getting involved in them?
I actually found my main man Cameron Winter first. I didn't really like Geese when I first listened to them. I thought, nah, I don't mess with that. And then all of a sudden, like that, it clicked. And I share a love for geese with my housemate, who you know quite well, Harry Chisnell. So we'll do a little shout out. Shout out to Harry Chisnell at home. I'm sure you're watching. But yeah, I listened to it a lot when I was away working over the summer. It was just nice, you know.
And there's like, you can't really have a perfect album, but like, is there anything you maybe say, oh, this could have been a bit better, or that could have been a bit better?
Yeah, I'd say I think there's probably about 10 songs on the album, and I'd say like 6 or 7 of them are completely perfect. There's a few songs that are a little bit shouty, a few songs that I wouldn't play when I was in the car with my mum. So that's the only thing I would change.
Which songs would you not play with your mum?
Oh, there's a song called Trinidad, and he shouts, "There's a something in my car." You know, like the kind of thing that you can't take to an airport.
A bomb?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to skirt around it, but he just shouts that, and I'm like, oh, it's a great song, but I can't play that in the car with my mum, because she'd be like, "Louise, what is this? Why are you playing this horrible music?"
Yeah, and I would like to spend this time to give a special shout out to Mandy Speed.
Yeah, missed you, Mum. I'll see you soon. Okay, Bix, this is the most exciting part of the show. We're going to find out what country we're going to choose for the next episode. Are you excited?
Very exciting, very exciting. What country are you hoping for?
Oh, I want France.
Come on, Albania.
Okay, right. I'm getting the wheel ready. Okay. It's spinning, Bix. I'm gonna show Bix before I show you guys at home.
It's still spinning. It's spinning for a while. Oh, we've got it.
Yeah, we've got it. Okay, I can now announce the album that we're going to listen to is from the country of. Do you want to say it with me, Bix? Estonia. That'll be fun. There's some good Eurovision artists from Estonia.
Really good,
So.
And huge for Estonia, I'm sure this is.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. I mean, we're kind of really putting the limelight on Estonia, so they'll be glad.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, well, now it's time for Henry's gig rundown. Take it away, Henry.
Yes, my people. Here's the freshest gig rundown around the mosh pits at Jamie Webster's gig in Manchester. Ambers are going to be litty. Let's hope we don't end up spending 24 hours in A&E when I go on the 7th of November, aka today. If there are any non-music lovers at home watching, I'm sure you'd just love to hear that James Marriott is in town performing at the Manchester Academy also today. Everyone's favourite COVID denialist, or as I call him, COVID truthers, Richard Arkoft, is reviving up his tour by playing at the Corp Live on the 8th. Billy Martin's famous for having a track on the best TV show of all time, Normal People, is blessing ears at Manchester Academy on the 12th. Right, I'm off to take a break. Can Bix take over? Wow. Okay then, but I'm doing it quick here. Some sick artists to look out for before we next see you. Mark DeMarco is playing Aviva Studios on the 15th, and not only for the first time as he's playing on the 14th as well. Maruwa are playing on the same day on the O2 Ritz, and they're making as much noise as thunder. Ba ba ba! Lord's playing on the Gale Arena on the 15th. I'll definitely go to that, as I'll need a haircut first. Hashtag buzzcut season. I also can concrete proof and share that going to Manchester New Century Hall also on the 15th, as I'm there going to play some music as well. It's a pleasure to bring you even more gigs on the 15th of November if the calendar isn't full enough already, because Baxter's Duties playing on Albert Hall to finish off Yorkshire's very own Will English Teacher will be playing Albert Hall on the 20th. Right, I'm tired after all that. I'm going fi. To end the show, we're once again going international. Please welcome to the show, Perth's very own, Lachlan Hill.
Welcome, Loch. Pleasure to have you on the sofa.
No, it's great being here. Off the record, finally made it.
Okay, so people at home may be able to tell you're obviously not from England. You're from Perth.
From Perth, yeah, the most isolated city in the world, in Australia.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so your band, the Cherry Stains, they've taken a little hiatus. You've been away. You've been in England, you've been in Croatia, you've been in Australia, so a little birdie tells me. What's the plan of action when you get back? Cherry Stain, they're back on it.
Yeah, so it's been about 6 months since I've been back home and playing with the boys. But so obviously, you know, when I get back, I'm going to have to do a bit of practice. We're all going to have to get a bit more in the flow of things. But once that's the case, once we're back to where we were before I left, then our plan is to just smash out a lot of gigs and hopefully release a few of our singles that we've been working on, and we're almost there. We've almost completed, so hopefully.
Amazing.
You know, Locke, you know, you've been in Manchester for a while, I imagine. What has been the biggest culture shock of, you know, coming over from the other side of the pond and, you know, just delving into, you know, the UK?
Oh, that's a good question. Look, to be honest with you, I've been stuck in, obviously, more of a uni lifestyle, which I've absolutely loved, so that's been a huge shock in general. The weather, unfortunately, has been a bit of a shock. I'm a bit used to, you know, 40-degree days rather than cloudy trends. But
we also had bonfire night.
Oh yeah, bonfire night. That was huge.
I imagine that's a UK thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was huge. I was walking down the streets and I was like, my mouth was open. I've never seen fireworks that close. And like, we walked past a full bonfire. Everyone else thought it was like an average Tuesday. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, the only problem with really having bonfire night in Salford is you can't tell whether it's fireworks or gunshots, but it's a good thing the visuals were there to make you feel a bit more safe.
Yeah, and hopping off the back of Bix's question, what would you say is the biggest difference of the music scene in Manchester or England more widely than Australia?
Yeah, so I'm definitely more involved in the Australian music scene. I've definitely seen some parts of the English one, and I'm a huge fan of English music in general. Love Oasis, Arctic Monkeys, White Stripes, Kasabian. They're some of my top bands ever. But one of the big things that I noticed is that Australians, like, this will match the stereotype. We love our like surf indie rock. So a lot of it's very like happy and like upbeat and sort of stuff like that. Whilst Manchester, I know, it's gritty rock. It's really that's my favorite type of music. It's like garage rock, gritty, sort of like harsher, and I love that. I love that.
And if you could compare Cherry Stain to one British band, who would you compare them to?
Ooh, we're definitely in the garage rock sort of factor. Look, we'd love to say that our music is somewhat similar to Arctic Monkeys without the Sheffield accent, obviously. And yeah, I'd probably say maybe a bit of White Stripes as well, somewhere in that mix.
Nice.
Yeah, and you called the Cherry Stains, and you know I'm a big fan of Stains myself. Do you have a least favourite stain?
Ooh, soy sauce stain. 100%. I love my sushi. Absolutely love my sushi. But soy sauce always manages to ruin a t-shirt. Dangerous. I've had these jeans that I'm wearing right now get absolutely carcassed from soy sauce.
Well, it's been amazing having you on, Locke. I almost thought you were going to say the town of Staines then. It's been a pleasure keeping it off the record with you.
Don't go changing.
Off the record!